everyone, welcome to today's Have You Heard? And it's a Sunday and a little cooler today after a bit of a heat wave here in the UK. So for a Sunday we're going to get a little bit more thoughtful, and we're going with Renaissance. And this of course is Ashes Are Burning, their 1973 album, released in October 1973. And the song we're playing today is At the Harbour, which has received one reaction on YouTube. And that's good old Just JP, who seems to react to everything that's good. I can't believe no one else has listened to this. It is a less dramatic, I guess, Renaissance song, but it's none the worse for that. Beautiful vocals, beautiful piano playing, gorgeous song. What's not to like? So yeah, we're going to be listening to it right now, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy yourself watching and haven't subscribed yet. And don't forget, we have a Buy Me a Coffee page where you can request songs for us to listen to together. And if you want to drop a few bob in to support the all the hard work that I do on this channel, please do. It would be much appreciated. But let's go into At the Harbour first of all. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really not quite sure why people aren't listening to this on YouTube. I really am a little bit flummoxed, but let's listen to it first. Maybe we can work it out afterwards. Here we go. At the Harbour from Ashes Are Burning by Renaissance.
At daybreak to the sun, seas are drifting glass. The tides were turning to the storm, winds were moving fast. Women waiting at the harbour, silent stand around. Weather storms another day, for men the sea had found. Fishermen were laying nets, the barrows spread the bait. The seagulls' warning echoed round, winds that wouldn't wait. People gathered at the harbour, waiting for the tide. eyes have closed against the spray, and tears they cannot hide. Shadows falling at the harbour, women stand around. Where the storm's another way, for men the sea had drowned. Hulls were creaking, crashing sails, rains were slating down, the oilskins flapping, decks awash, slanting, turning round. Thunder roaring at the harbour, women drawn in fear, huddle up to wait the time and pray the sky will clear. Howling winds and the raging waves cracked upon the boats, and torn from safety, torn from life, men with little hope. Ghostly echoes at the harbour, whispering of death, women weeping, holding hands of those they still have left. Shadows falling at the harbour, women stand around. Where the storm's another way, for men the sea had drowned.
Oh, yes. It feels kind of right for a Sunday. Um, it's a thoughtful song. It's a meditative song. It's a song about life at the harbour, of course, a little small harbour in what feels like a tiny coastal village. Um, the the piano that bookends the song uh, both parts feature Debussy's uh, La Cathédrale Engloutie, the sunken cathedral. And I guess sunken cathedral, ties in a little bit with that, the harbour, and perhaps there are floods or whatever. Certainly on that second part, you've got Annie singing just like a siren on the rocks, luring people or luring sailors into their doom. um, and John Tout's piano just summons up almost like a thunderous storm, doesn't it? It's so deep and heavy. And I just love the heaviness of the piano. And that's how Debussy wanted the piano played on this particular piece. That was the way it was done, I believe. And I mean, I'm a huge, huge fan of John Tout. He's not flashy like the great keyboard wizards of the progressive era, and you all know who those people are. He's not flashy like that. He loves classical music, and he loves bringing classical themes into his playing. And of course, the early days of Renaissance, that was the whole idea. They wanted to marry classical music with rock music. And certainly on their first few albums, there would always be classical pieces that were incorporated into the songs. Um, yeah, just about from every album you can think of, there are references there, and there are pieces there. And it just gives them a point of difference, I think, over all the other top progressive bands of that time. They didn't sell that many records. They didn't crash through the charts. I don't think they had a top 30 album in the UK ever. Maybe Song for All Seasons there might have got into about 35 or 40, something like that. Certainly this album didn't. And I mean, in the States, I mean, it made about 160, something like that. They weren't huge, huge volume sellers, but they certainly built up a cult following, particularly in the USA. Hence the Carnegie Hall live album, which is stupendous, absolutely stupendous, with orchestra conducted by Tony Cox, who did all the orchestrations for Yes's Time and a Word. That's beautiful music. So yeah, there we are. There's a harmonium also in the song, and it doesn't say on the album cover or on Wikipedia who plays that. I would imagine it's John Tout, but I'd like to know if anybody does know. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this particular song. We've done a few Renaissance songs, and they've always been well watched and have generated comments. So hopefully this is the same. Let me know what you think. And once again, if you're new to the channel, please pop onto the playlists that we have linked. There are Renaissance songs there, and of course there are other progressive rock songs in all kinds of playlists, so have a good old look. But in the meantime, I think that will be it for today. Thank you so much for spending 6 or 7 minutes with me and listening to that beautiful piece of music with that beautiful voice. And I look forward to seeing you on the next Have You Heard video, which will be out tomorrow because we do one every single day. But until then, cheers everybody.